Happening now in Goshen, protests are planned for today, both in opposition and in support of a local coffee shop. 16 News Now reporter Jack Springate has been following this story since yesterday. He joins us live with more. Jack.
Hey, good morning, Zach. And the original group of protesters, as well as the counter-protesters that you can see in the background, I'll step out of here real quick so you can check them out. They have gathered here on around 2nd Street in front of Embassy Coffee in Goshen, Indiana. And to tell us a little bit more about why the original protesters have arrived here, I have Jesse Moore. And Jesse, can you tell me why you're protesting Embassy Coffee this morning?
Right. So Embassy Coffee has used their public platform to denounce Black Lives Matter as, quote, merely a Marxist agenda with nothing to do with the color of a person's skin. So obviously it's just a coffee shop, but you can see across the road what kind of constituents they draw. I'm seeing Trump hats, I'm seeing rifles with carbine clips of 150 rounds. I'm seeing people being militant, but also singing worship songs. It's a little strange.
Yeah, and like we were talking about before, you have security here on this side, and they've been going back and forth, but there are civilians with loaded firearms on the other side while you're speaking for...
So I am here on behalf of the National Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression to support Black Lives Matter. So given the fact that I'm seeing a lot of Trump hats, they're probably basing their reality on his rhetoric, which means we are mere looters and thugs. No, we are here peacefully protesting and supporting Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Why is it important for you to be able to speak for people of color and use your privilege in that way?
Yeah, you know, this is an all hands on deck kind of moment. This is a tipping point in history. George Floyd kind of broke the straw that broke the camel's back. So all the more voices, it doesn't matter what color you are, we need people to support Black Lives Matter. And
I'm sure as a community organizer, you've come across groups of people like this that share these types of views. And we were talking about something yesterday called white fragility. This is an example of that in your eyes.
Right, so white fragility, it's, you know, so the white folks are feeling threatened by mantras such as Black Lives Matter. To them, it feels like what Black Lives Matter is saying is, well, white people don't matter. No, it's saying black people are in trouble. Black folks are systemically oppressed for hundreds of years, and they need our help.
All right, Jesse, thank you so much for explaining some of those things. And we'll be sticking around here at these protests to hear from both sides. Coming up, I'll be on the other side speaking to these counter-protests.